Everybody wants to be an astronaut. Take the long, tall train to the sun.
Howdy everyone, welcome back to more for the Golden Path International, being sponsored by Unfussable Narrative. I'm your host and commentator, BlackShadow, taking our first look at action from Group N. So the first game of this tournament has already been played in this group, being won by, I think it's Valen, although I keep saying Valen, it's because I've probably played too much XCOM, it's VAH. Anyways, I've actually got Valen down to be my dark horse to go really far in this tournament, and managing to win the first game against a very strong player, not Artemisia, a very strong player from, I believe, South Africa, if I remember something correctly, which is a really good start to this. But we're not be seeing them, unfortunately, today. Today will be the task of the other four players here. Koekto, who had a really decent run in the Imperium Cup, actually, semi-finalist in that tournament after having to come through the wildcards, had a really, really good run. And all the others, Batata, PPZ, and Cry, I've all seen having cracks in the LFGs as well. So I think this could be a good, strong game here. Koekto probably will be looking to win this one. And will feel that if they want to take the top two spots, this is probably a game that they might feel is almost must win. But we'll see how things go on Arrakis. So, players are going to be sitting down here and getting ready to go. Koekto is going to be first position. I'll need the black seat there so I can see what's going on. So yeah, Koekto's be first. It will be, this is, Batata is the way I'm knowing it is, but he's got a different name on his seat here. So we've got the row while we're getting given that. Very nice. So let's have a look here. So, bit of an all-over-the-place row here. Gurney Halleck is definitely the standout card here. Probably the best of the five. Very, very strong. Helene is absolutely love him to death. Charlie also pretty encouraging early on to get the early wall, which is pretty significant. But other than that, Barnier I think is pretty strong. I quite like this card. I think it's really, really valuable. The early slide as well is pretty good. Local fence is tricky, but 2 reveals good. And the scout I think will probably stay for most of the game. Tech-wise, mainly combat-related here. Trading drones for fighting, flagships for fighting, and spy satellites to not have to worry about going factions, to go fighting or spice must flow. So, you know, interesting to see. Some of our leaders here, and we'll let them know they can rock and roll here. So, pretty good selection. I think pretty much every single one of these leaders are playable. And that's me not being joking. I honestly think Romba even, I think, is pretty decent with drones and flagships. Paul Atreides is also not the worst here. You know, especially, like, you can get, obviously, a lot of city access, maybe visit Arakeen a lot, card draw. Gurney Halleck in Paul Atreides' hands is very, very dangerous and hard to play against. But it will be Batata to go first. He's going to take Lido in fourth. I don't hate this. I think Lido in fourth is traditionally where you'd think he'd be good. Obviously, look to chase alliances with prudent diplomacy, but it can be a bit tricky. There is no Ilban, however, nor is there any Ekaz, nor is there any Helena in this game. So Leader immediately looks a lot better, given that those 3 leaders are out. He's going to probably have a lot more use out of Mentat. Paul can also make good use out of Mentat as well, for that matter, but I don't think he's going to be picked. I think they're going to go for different leaders here. It will be Cade to go next, or Cryochlasm. Man, I mean, you got all sorts of choices here. It's kind of like almost a gluttony of choice. The only thing that's notable is that the row is not great. It's there's one big card, but you can't Helena it. So you're just going to go Solid Beast. Don't hate it. You know, nice and versatile. Can do all sorts of bits and pieces. To madpatz in second. I think, again, you've got a variety of issues here. This is Mr. PPZ, who's going to go Baron in second. Pretty meta. And then first position. Ooh, depends how brave you're feeling. Hundro doesn't feel too bad here. Both Hundro and Unides, you know you can go a lot of shipping. Tezia feels a lot more dangerous because you don't know if Baron's out or not. I'd say Hundro is probably the safest pick. Tezia is very risky because if Baron is in this game as well, that's going to be all sorts of carnage. Yuna's also not a bad shout here either, given the fact that the row is dead. You do get Sloan Without and local fence, it should be noted, but it's kind of irrelevant. But we'll go with Hundro Moritane, which I think is probably the safe pick of the 2. The 2 intrigues, by the way, that I had the option for. Urgent Mission, one of the strongest intrigues in the game. And just putting away Dispatch and Envoy. which is the one that they decided to discard there. Dispatch Envy is also very good, but Urgent Mission is a fantastic intrigue there, so hard to really turn that one down. Baron is going to go ahead and take the normal 2 tokens, and we're going to rock and roll here. Alright, so let's have a look at opening hands for the game. Hundro is going to be up first. Not the greatest hand going here. Diplomacy the main stand. Other than that, not a lot good here. It is a victory point combat with Solari and Intrigue here. An interesting start already for Hundro. Wow, this is actually not obvious to know what to do. I guess you go fold space. You feel like you have to, but it kind of sucks because Baron's in second position, which means it's pretty hard to keep him out of fold space. But between this and your Signet Ring, you'd think you've got reasonable chances to actually cut in front of him fairly quickly. It's actually a shame. You know what? I actually legitimately think if Hundro had drawn both his diplomacy cards, he literally diplomacies the fold space and then urgent missions and does it to seek allies. It actually does both. But he's going to get involved at Hardy Warriors, which I don't immediately hate. It seems reasonably fine. There's be a bit of spiking on the game here. So we just have to keep an eye on that. So hopefully that'll smooth itself out here. So he's going to get involved here. I actually wouldn't be surprised. Oh no, I think the counters are bugged as well. There we are. The counters were a little bit dicey there. So everything is lovely and fine. So we just have to quickly redo the turns here. So Hundro went to Hardy Warriors. Fold space for the Baron. Beast went up to Tech Negotiation here. Which is an interesting start. He's got a horrendous hand. That's probably why. It's going to give him 7 Persuasion, by the way. I wonder if Beast is going to reveal for Gurney Halleck. That's a very scary card. And then it will be Lido up next here. Everyone's got kind of rubbish hands here. Lido's just going to go and get Smuggling started here. Don't hate this. I think this combined with Signaling later on will be good. He has Seek Allies as well. Maybe he'll find a trip to Hardy Warrior. Not Hardy Warriors, the Steel Suits. I don't know. Hundred's gonna look to play Dune Desert Planet here to get some spice. I don't know if I like this. I think I'd rather reveal, but I guess there's no great reveals for 4, so I guess you might as well just grab the spice. It also blocks Lido if he does a Signet Ring, although you think he might have already played it. I don't know. Baron's up next. He's got 2 swords. But he's nowhere to put them. The only legal place for Baron to go here is Haga Basin, which really isn't fun to do straight away. Haga Basin kind of sucks, but if you do put the troops in, you will get some cash which will power your Signet Ring next round. You don't have to worry about that. It might be worth the sacrifice here. You also don't want to put in both. You probably just put in one, because you'll want to go Hardy Warriors next round, most likely. Or just go Fold Space. Depends how you want to view it. If you put in 2, then you're not going Hardy Warriors. You're going to hold that back. You're going to do that later on for Masterstroke. You could just put in 1. Look to get some resources if you're going to go Hardy Warriors. Depends what you want to do. Do you want to go Hardy Warriors to get your bump for spacing, or do you want to rock and roll here? He is going to play it. I think given the situation, I think it's fine to give up the water here. You've got both daggers. It's kind of not great. You don't like making this move, but it's kind of where you're at here. So he is going to put in both. So he is intending to go Fold Space for Interstellar next round, which is fine. I think there's nothing wrong with that. Beast is up next. Does Beast want to get involved in here, or does Beast just want to reveal and guarantee Gurney Halleck? I'll be honest, I actually don't hate just revealing and taking Gurney and Bounty Hunter here. You got 7 Persuasion. Both cards are really good for Beast, but he is going to go Carthag. Picks up the Dispatch Envoy that Hundro discarded, so Hundro will know that he has that. Which means he's going to get in here, hoping to cut Yellow off. And I tell you what, Lido will just seek allies here and probably just go Wealth, which looks good. Wealth is such a good spot for Lido, of course. He gets Mentats for half price. 1 Solari each, which is really, really good. So you want to be hitting this nice and early with Lido. Really good here. He set himself up. He can just smuggle back down and get Swordmaster straight away. Suppose he could have done that anyway without the Wealth Chip, but it's fine. 100 for free. We'll take Bounty Hunter. That's really good for him. Good card. Baron will reveal for 2 and 2 swords, which is going to tie with the Beast, which is a little unfortunate. Takes the liaison. Beast is going to reveal for 6, so he can still take Gurney. And he might consider going Guild Ambassador, though. That has turned up in the road. That makes it a bit more trickier. But Gurney's such a good card. And he will take that. That is very, very dangerous. And then Leto's going to reveal for 4 and surely take Guild Ambassador here. And will do so. That looks pretty good in his hands. Very nice. That's an alliance. Leto can just charge and use his ring to compensate for the rest. Alright then. So that's also going to... Leto's probably going to get Interstellar Axis very quickly, by the way. That's going to be really good for him. Combat's going to resolve as it is. No one has anything to play. So, Hundred will take the victory point and just 2 coins for Baron and Beast, which is a pretty bad result given the expenditure there. Very expensive. And we're going to move on here. Yeah, that's a pretty good opening round for Hundred there. Pretty good opening round for Leto, actually. They'll both take it. Next up is Raid Stockpiles, which I tell you what, this is another good combat for Leto here. Of course, he wants the spice for Prudent Diplomacy, and he's got the biggest garrison, so he's going to be in pretty good shape here, actually, to do some damage. Baron, of course, will just go to Interstellar Shipping. Leto will have his Signet Ring. So Leto will have to go to... here's what Leto's going to do here. Maybe you just smuggle Swordmaster... and then, this is where it gets tricky, actually. You got your diplomacy card, though, so you're going to have to make a decision as to what you want to do. You've got to make a choice here. You can't have everything. You could. Now, here's an ambitious play here for Duke Leto. Do you go down, do you smuggle with the Signet Ring, but take Spice in order to chase the spacing and don't go for the money just yet? I don't know. Like, it's there. It seems not great, though. Like, you can just get Swordmaster right away. That feels pretty good. Get that agent economy over other players. It's out there. The standard play would probably just be to just smuggle and bring it down and take the cash. You don't have to. You don't have to take the cash. Beast has got all his power cards now, which is not ideal. So he's going to go ahead and take Steel Suits, which is fine. Grab the water. So he's eyeing up some probable Conspire action here, I reckon. So Leto is going to go ahead and just smuggle here. And take the cash, by the looks of it. I think players are a bit zoomed out here. They're struggling to get it. So we'll take the Solari. If he was going to take the Spice, he'd use a Signet Ring. So just going to get Swordmaster. Don't hate this at all. This is totally fine. Hundro's up next. Hundro with his Signet and his... he would have liked to have gone to... whatever you want to call it. To smuggling, but no option to do so. So he's just going to take the... going to take Wealth. That's fine. Baron will go into Stellar Shipping. Then it's the Beast. You know what? I actually don't hate Beast taking his... I'm just going to get that out of the way here. I actually don't hate Beast just taking the Mentat of his Signet Ring. And kind of putting... You know, it's going to suck because Leto's going afterwards, though. So I guess it doesn't really matter. It's a shame. You kind of want to make use of your Signet Ring to get that troop in your garrison. I don't know. Like, the diplomacy's there. You feel kind of obliged to use it. Could go Hardy Warriors and just charge the Alliance. Baron's not going to be getting any headwind then. You think he's probably got the Fremen bump as one of his tokens. So it gets you out in front of him, which I don't hate. Put all 3 troops in. You're the one on the intrigue, not Leto. So, I don't know. There's worlds that maybe Leto decides just to kind of let you have it. Leto's also not got to use his Signet Ring yet. And he does want to chase instead of shipping, which means he's got to go to a mining space. If you put in all 3 troops, you're probably good for the combat. Leto, very unlikely to contest you. So I think that's my play here. I know you've got water ahead of Leto. But it's fine. You go before Leto anyways, and you can always just go back to Steel Suits. You've got Dispatch Envoy and get back up to 2 water. But he's going to see it differently. He's going to go... Do you go Mentat? No, just going to take City. Not worried about the faction access. I mean, okay, I guess. Just going to put the 2 in here Gonna try and get this on the Chief Master Tactician. Lido's up. Lido, of course, will Swordmaster. Which means that Beast will win it. Doesn't need to put in all three, I guess. Ah, he's gonna go Mentat first. All right. Doesn't need to yeah, he's added the Solari here. Doesn't realize that the mod does it for him. So, gonna take Mentat here. Finds Doom Desert Plant. Now, that is curious. So, I guess he's trying to find a better card here. Maybe trying to find Convincing. Get a decent buy on the row. Maybe. Interesting. I don't necessarily like that, though. You've got your Signet Ring and Diplomacy in your hand. It's going to be wild to see those. So, I'm not a big fan of that. Hundro goes Arakeen. Finds his Bounty Hunter card. That's not necessarily wanted, but he's going to put some troops in here now. He's got a couple of swords to go. He does also have Urgent Mission, although surely he's going to keep that for when he gets instead of shipping to get 2 hits out of that. We're going to have a Reveal 4 for the Baron, taking Fremenkamp. Very strong card. Beast is going to reveal for 2 and a sword. I wonder if Lido's going to consider, like, maybe he's going to get drawn into Hardy Warriors here. I don't know. I'm a little unsure. He might get baited into this. So just the 2 for Beast. So it is either Spice Smugglers or it is it's either Spice Smugglers or it's a Liaison. It's the only 2 options he's got here. Spice Smugglers is fine a card, but you've already got Gurney Halleck. You need to get more cards that have better than just... You know, I don't even hate just not buying. I suppose Spice Smugglers is fine as an alternative to Gurney, but you're going to be hitting cities loads, and that's not really sustainable. I honestly don't hate just not buying. I honestly think it's fine. You could even make a call to maybe, if you want to go really crazy, play Scout and combine that with Gurney Halleck, you know, just overcommit loads and then be able to retreat troops sort of for free, scare people off. I know, right? BlackShadow, who said this was like by far the worst card in the game, actually advocating possible Scout use. I know. So Lido is going to go and take the spies here. And he is going to use this to chase, you would imagine. He's a little lucky as well in the redraw. He didn't find Guild Ambassador. That's very fortunate. If Lido had found Guild Ambassador, that would have looked really, really silly, that Mentat card draw, by the way. That was really dangerous. Hundro's going to reveal for a couple of swords. Lido decided not to even put in a troop for the Spice. Going to keep hold of it for victory points. Yeah, I don't hate that. He will take Spice Smugglers to look to obviously get in front of Beast as quickly as possible. Takes a Liaison as well. I guess. Lily's going to reveal for free. Much going on here. Local Fence looking dicey. Sadako Inventory also turns up here. Beast might be able to make some use out of that, but I think that's probably about it. And that's going to be all for this one here. No one playing anything, so Beast is going to win for free Spice and an Intrigue. So you get up to 3 Intrigues already, which is pretty good. A couple of Spies for Hundro, which he'll happily take. Beast finds Grand Conspiracy. Not the easiest card for Beast here. Might that encourage some Dreadnought play for the Beast here? Let's see. He is set up for Conspire, though. So we'll see what the plan is. Anyways, Beast is up first. So if Beast wants to do it, he can do it. Lido did not go Swordmaster, which is a little bit unfortunate. And Lido is going to be going... he will be going Swordmaster of Guild Ambassador, you would imagine. Or maybe he's going to... Did he already play that? He did play that. Yeah. That's fine. Just reshuffle it. It's fine. I guess he did play it and forgot to trash it. Fair enough. He can just redraw then. That's totally fine. So yeah, Beast will be first. I think that's what you do here. You set yourself up for Conspire. Lido's probably going to take Swordmaster, which is a little unfortunate. Is he also considering pivoting to Spy Satellites, which is on the row? And that's a very scary tech for the Beast to have with Gurney Halleck in hand. It's Big decision here, be fair for Cryo. Like, I think this is a very pivotal choice of how you want to proceed in this game. You go Conspire, you're guaranteed, you're going to get your agent actions pretty much in. You go Spy Satellites, you don't have to worry about factions. You've got Gurney Halleck, who is great for just fighting combats and not having to worry about factions. By the way, the combat here is Machinations as well. And he is, hello, here we go. He's taking Dreadnoughts and he's going training drones. Beast Raban is going to war. Here we go, kids. There is a negotiator, so he should probably use that. That's the one remote freebie. I shouldn't really tell him that. But he gets one freebie. I think, you know, people sometimes forget they just have them there. We had a game previously where, like, a Dreadnought ended up, I think, like, in Carthag for, like, 3 turns in a row, so I'm trying to keep an eye on the little details. But, yeah. So, regardless, so here we go. And so, BC and Grind Computers and thinking, right, we're just going to blast everyone off the battlefield with Gurney Halleck, basically. That's the intention here. So, Lido's up. Lido surely has the Guild Ambassador to Mentat, if not Swordmaster. He's going to keep going Mentat here. He figures that he doesn't need to rush Swordmaster, and he's going to starve everyone of actions. Finds his Liaison, by the way. That's a really useful card. I would have perhaps liked to have seen Lido actually use Signet Ring first to, like, chase the spacing, and then use Guild Ambassador afterwards to hit in front. Try and beat Baron to the punch. Baron's got no water anymore, so it's going to be really hard for him to use his Masterstroke ability. So you can actually fairly likely jump ahead of Leo here, of Baron here on the spacing line. So I would have liked to have seen him go the other way around. Like, use his Signet Ring to go Mentat, and then use Guild Ambassador to go Swordmaster. I think that's the way I would have liked to have him to play it. I think that would have been more accurate, but this is okay, I guess. The problem is there's only one faction you can currently chase, and that is the Fremen, which is a problem. But anyway, back to Hundro, by the way. So Hundro, you'd imagine, has got to go forward space, right? Was he going to go smuggling first here? Oh, smuggling doesn't feel great. He is going to take it. Okay. Okay. Is he just going to take the cash? No, it doesn't make any sense. He's going to buff himself up here. He's prepping up for his Signet Ring next round, basically. He's praying that he still gets the forward space. Baron Harkonnen now has to go instead of shipping. The question is, does Baron Harkonnen take a tech here? Memo Quarters is right up there. That is such a good tech for you. I think you go up and down. I honestly think Baron Harkonnen goes up and down here and takes Memo Quarters for free. I think there's so much value to be had there. You could also go and take Spy Satellites, but I don't think that's as good for you. I think that's the play here, right? Signet Ring, tech negotiation, and take Memo Quarters are such a powerful tech. It's so good for you. And then you get 2 bumps. You take the Spacing Alliance. One for the shipping and one for Memo Quarters. And then, because you remember, Lido's got Guild Ambassador, and that is something you want to stop, and you're the only person who's going to be able to stop that. So I think you're kind of obligated to get involved here. He's going to use the Doom Desert Planet instead. I kind of don't like this. I think I would have preferred using the Signet Ring here. But he is going to go ahead and take Memo Quarters by the looks of it. And he does. Yep, this is the right play. Definitely the right call here from from Baron. 100% it's the right call. Like it, like it, like it. So the next tech here is going to be... It's going to be Horror Projector, which is also a really good tech this. Very, very strong. Nice and cheap, too. Great way to kind of balance uneven decks. Oh, Baron. Oh, is Baron getting greedy here, maybe? I think you just got a bomb Spacing Alliance of Lido Guild Ambassador. This is so risky. Man. Gotta go for it, right? That's what he wants to do. Just get in front. Ward people off. I think that's... Yeah, I think... He's thinking he's got Memo Quarters, and I think there's a bit of a trap sometimes. Players get Memo Quarters and think they've got to get free influence and only free influence. You definitely don't have to do it. Like, it's there, but it's kind of hard to actually get that off in Rise of X. It's not even that easy to get off in Immortality, which is a longer game. And there's more Alliance bumps for sure. So, Definitely, I think that is a better option. Just got to take the alliance away. Beast is up. Beast is preparing for Gurney. Beast also really wants Great Flat Spice. He doesn't have to worry about it. No one's going there anytime soon. I think the problem you're worried about is that you have no way of using any of your intrigues right now, and he's a little scared of someone stealing them. But he's gonna hope that he draws something decent. Yeah, that's why he's looking at Arakeen here. He's kind of concerned about losing these intrigues. They're all fine. I mean, I honestly don't think anyone's going secrets this early. I think you're probably okay. When there's so few actions in the game for everyone, and that's why he's going to use the Dispatch Envoy. So he's going to go Steel Suits instead. I don't hate this. I think this is fine. Gets a load of troops in Steel, gets the bump. He's going to have a ton of water here, so he's starving everyone else. So I think this is actually totally fine. Don't hate it. Finds his dagger, and he will be able to deploy some troops here. But yeah, Beast Raban is he is ready to rock and roll on this world here. I think that's enough. I honestly don't think I'd even bother putting any more in here. You've got Master Tactician as a backup. Lido might come in here, I guess. Beast did not use his training drones text, by the way. I can't tell him to use it. I'm not allowed to remind him that he's got that. Sometimes players have training drones and forget to use it. Unfortunately, that is not my call to state that. I was probably already slightly stepping the line with the X-Engineer, so X-Negotiator. So Lido will take Swordmaster now, as he must do. He's got to keep Baron away from that. Makes logical sense. So Lido's still got 2 actions to go by, which is pretty good. Has not used his Signet Ring. Interesting. Okay, let's see what Lido's going to want to do here. Hundro's up. Hundro is now going to hit his full space as no one went there yet. He's very happy about this. So he's going to have access to shipping very shortly. Back to the Baron. Baron's got all this money. He's not doing a lot with it. He really wants to use Fremenkamp, but it's difficult for him to use Fremenkamp. He could go Basin, and he could just barrel troops in here. I think he's going to do it. I think he sees all those influence bumps and is thinking, I want me some of that. He's going to put in 5 troops. But it's not going to be enough here. Beast has enough firepower to defend this. With his Tactician card. So, 5 in. But it won't be enough. The dagger that Beast drew from Gurney Halleck's going to get him over the line here. Somewhat fortuitously. Didn't know he was going to get it. Now he's realized he's got his tech here. But it's too late now. He can garrison it. But he can't put it in. He might ask the players, but it's probably too late now for that. Yeah, he did forget about it, yeah. And people do forget about that, so but it happens once, you remember from there. So he gets the extra dagger, which is the important thing. And he has free to buy. I don't even know if he will buy anything here. He might go for Fence, but it's a dicey card. And you might risk revealing a better card on the road. This is what he's done. In the shadows here. Mahendra Moritani's going to absolutely love that. There's no way Lido's is skipping 2 turns for that. That seems completely insane. Especially a Signet Ring in hand. So Lido's now realizing, maybe I need to start chasing this Spacing Alliance. And the answer is you do. Like, the problem is that you want to chase the Spacing Alliance, but now it looks like currently that Baron might well win this combat, which feels pretty bad. This is why you could have been really hyper-aggressive here. You could have taken the Alliance before Baron, maybe. Well, you could have been... actually. I think you could have actually chased it and been at least on parity at this point. Arakeen's going to be the play here. Finds Reconnaissance. He's keeping a high intrigue in his hand. Is he going to chase Spacing or is he going to give it up? Is he going to fight for this? He's going to fight for it. He is going to take this on here. Okay, so he's going to have some work to do. It's not going to be easy for him to win this. He'd have to, like, fully commit here. But the thing is that Baron is going to have to defend this alliance now. And that's bad news from regardless. This is one of the things here. He is going to use Urgent Mission, so he's going to re-smuggle here and get it just done now. Which I don't like doing this now. I mean, you can, I guess. I don't think this is great for you, though. I guess you're readying your Swordmaster for next round. But I think you should have just kept that for the smuggling you're going to get in a couple of round anyways. Like, Lino's not going to block you from smuggling next round, but okay. Koekto will decide to do so. Baron has to reveal. Oh, Baron should have had his Masterstroke. Yeah. These should have been played. And there's no option. Like, he has to play them. It's review your choices. Yeah, they have to be played, so he has to gain those bumps. Alright then, so a little bit of confusion there from the players. So yeah, Masterstroke here should have been triggered, and I'm sure this came up in the comment section probably. He put in the 4+. You have to do this. There's no may about it. It's not negotiable. He must reveal those tokens. So we've ruled that Lido has had the option to change his prudent diplomacy if he wanted to, and he has opted to do so. He's removed it from the spacing and taken the bump with the Fremen, which I think is pretty fine. It's the only option he had. So everyone is happy. But yeah, that's everyone missed it. I missed it. Yeah, because he's so used to him like doing it from Hardy Warriors that when he gets the 4+ from somewhere else, it's very easy to miss. So yeah, I think everyone's happy. Baron anyways is revealed, and that's the thing as well with Hundro also going the Recall Agent, is that he's missed in the shadows, which has now gone to Baron, which is frightening. Very, very frightening. But Shifty Allegiance has just turned up in the row, so maybe it's not all that bad, although Hundro can't get it. He's short on it, so... Oops. Alright then. Some Discord issues apparently for Batata. Discord is banned here, so it doesn't work. Ah, right. We do have 1 or 2 players that are playing from Russia, I believe, in the tournament. And obviously with the current overall stuff that's going on in the world, there are some issues. Like, we've got a couple of people that are playing the tournament as well from Ukraine as well, which is kind of insane when you think about it all. But yeah, so I guess that is... there's some odd quirks with the world at the moment. Let's put it mildly. Anyway, so... it is back to Yellow. It is Yellow's actions, so he can do whatever he wants. He's got 7 Persuasion. He's only got to worry about Hundro to reveal, but doesn't have to worry about it. He'd be a little concerned Hundro might get shifting, but I don't worry about it. I think he's going to go in Carfag here, and he's going to try and get in front of this combat, and he's going to do so. But he can only tie with the Beast here, unless he finds a combat intrigue, which he does not, so... I don't think he should put in any troops here. I think he should just pass, take the intrigue, it's a freebie, and call it a day. And he does opt to do so. Good choice there from Batata. I hope I'm mispronouncing that right. B-A-T-A-T-A. Batata. 100's going to reveal for 2. I wouldn't buy. He chooses not to. And then back to Lido for 6. Shifting allegiances in Duke Lido's hands is very frightening. Very, very scary. And I can't see how he doesn't take it. Extension is also there as well. He might go for Charney for the water. I think shifting. He does go Charney for the water. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Takes that. Opulence is the next card, by the way. Man, that's a big give up there for shifting. Fair enough. So Baron's going to get the bad news, and Tactician will be played to take this combat, which will be much to the Baron's displeasement. But it's the way it goes. So Beast wins it. Water and 2 Solari for Baron is not a great reward for the commitment here. Lido will be happy to get the second water up and running. Obviously eyeing up some great... I think he's gone Chinese specifically to go Great Flat this next round. But he's going to give up shipping to do so? He's going to hope Beast doesn't go there? We'll see. Okay, next round is Arakeen is the combat. So first part of map control here. Beast will be very interested. Beast needs to basically just blow everyone off the board here with anytime there's a combat VP. He set his stall out here saying he's going to go to war. He's going to get a second... he will be getting a second Dreadnought, and he would love to pick up Spy Satellites if no one else does. Spy Satellites in Beast's hands here looks absolutely terrifying. And I think that's what we're going to see. I think Beast may well... Oh, he can't mine this turn, though. He's not picked any up. Wow, he didn't have any. Yikes. It's going to be interesting. Andro will go Swordmaster, leader, of course, into the shipping. Baron will surely go Mentat here, right? You could go High Council. I actually don't entirely hate High Council here. Your hand is hideous. Opulence is there. Like, High Council gets you towards that. I think High Council might be the play here. Or you could go Mentat, knowing that High Council's totally safe. Oops. Well, okay, then they've opted there. Yeah, the Dreadnought also had to be positioned there, so yeah, I think that's probably fair. Little details getting missed in this one. We'll have to try and keep a better eye on it. So I think this is reasonable. I think he said, look, I should have put it there. I'm not going to give myself the advantage. We'll just put it to Carfag. I think that's fairly reasonable. No, he's going to go Hollow Projectors. Is Baron Harkonnen here? Is Baron eyeing up tech negotiation? Maybe it is. Mimic Film is the next tech, by the way. Is he... I don't think he's doing this to stop Beast from going... Spy Satellites. But Spy Satellites, by the way, in Beast's hands. Oh my goodness me. I would be getting that as soon as physically possible. As soon as physically possible. It's frustrating how you couldn't mine here. Leo's going to get crazy lucky in the fact that Beast does not have any mining cards. Did Leo know that Beast had no mining cards? Probably not. Man. Sucks to be Beast. I think Beast should just go probably Hardy Warriors. And just get troops in. Get 5 troops in with your training drones and say, this is my combat. Stay the hell away from this. I think that's my play here. Just get a ton of troops in. Take the Alliance. Yeah, it does agree. I think this is totally the right play. Gets the BlackShadow thumb of approval here. Would he put in 3? No, he's going to put in more. At least 4. He's going to hold the 2 back as well, so he's threatening to do Foda. I think Beast is hoping to find his way to Mentat here. Lido, Merry Christmas, Lido. Kind of insane that he's managed to get here, by the way. Puts in 2 troops. Wants to get hold of that money, trying to ward off other players. Hondro is up next. Hondro is going to steal suits. Yep, makes sense. Get the water, deploy a troop maybe. No, decides not to. Just wants the water here. Okay. Back to the Baron here. Baron has either got a Mentat or Cycle out this dagger. I think he'll Mentat. I think I would Mentat here. Oh, you can just go High Council, though, and just look to get... But the problem is you ain't got your Swordmaster. Doesn't feel too good. You also need your money for like, your Signet Ring. Goblins isn't great for you. It does go High Council, so he is gearing up for Opulence here. And Opulence is a dangerous card. If you can turn 6 Solari into a victory point, that's pretty good value. So back to the Beast. I think Beast has got a Mentat here, right? He's got to give himself actions here and like use just the fact he's got an action as a defense. He's got a Mentat here. No, he's going more Dreadnoughts. Holy crumbs. Wow, he is just getting ready to fight the Beast here. He's going to take Minimic at the same time, which isn't bad. It's going to give him 8 persuasion here, by the way. That's kind of scary. But that means he's holding on for Spy Satellites. He's got to pick that up as Beast. It's such a good tech for you, man. It's so good. I don't want to say if Beast picks up Spy Satellites, he wins the game, but he's massive favorite if he does. Thing is, that's now going to encourage players getting involved here, though. And that's exactly what's happening here. Now, all of a sudden, the problem is, because you didn't take the extra action, now players are going to feel encouraged to go for it, because you can't retaliate anymore. And now Lido's going to come in here, surely. That's the only problem. That's why I don't like that move there from Beast here. Because now he's asking Lido to come over the top, which is exactly what's happened, and he will not be able to defend here. So Beast is going to miss this point, which he didn't have to. If he at least got Mentat, he had a backup, and Lido probably doesn't come in here. So I think that's a missed opportunity from Beast. I know you're going to cycle through your deck again, but it's fine. You're not worried about diplomacy. You're just going to go Spy Satellites. It doesn't matter. So I think that's a missed chance. Andre's going to take some cash with Spy Smugglers. He'll put in a troop. But yeah, I think that's a miss there from Cry, I'm afraid. Am I harsh? Maybe, but I think the reasoning there is fairly just. You obviously want to get your dreadnoughts on as soon as you can, but there's no rush to get these dreadnoughts going. There's no rush at all. Baron's going to cycle out his card here, hoping to find something better. He finds his Rakkus Liaison, so it's 7 reveal for him, which is pretty nice. He has 8 reveal, even. My apologies. Wow. Does he go shifting into opulence? He does. Shifting in Ixion. Yes, yes. This looks good, actually. Ixion is pretty close to. Techs are getting pricier, though. That's a problem. Cryo's going to reveal for 6. Surely takes opulence here. Surely takes opulence. It's got to be opulence, right? He has 7, actually. I don't think you... The problem is now that you've kind of... You can't really get spy satellites now is the problem here. You've kind of put yourself in a bit of a tricky spot. Like, you can get it still. So Power Blade might be tempting, but opulence is the better pick, and he does go for it. I think you've just got to get it as Beast. It's so important for you now. Leader's going to reveal for not a lot. He gets a sword. But yeah, obviously, Beast has lost this point here. Should have taken Arakeen. Bit of a misstep. 100's going to reveal for 5. 100 will be taking power play, I imagine, pretty much every day. And does. And that's going to resolve it. So, Lito wins Arakeen. And Raban will at least pick up 4 Solari, which makes him feel a bit better, I guess. He will be able to... that was impressive. He will be able to get into... whatchamacallit. Help his fund his opulence, but still... That was a miss. That was a miss. So, Kra's going to have to... he can get away with it, though. Like, him losing this combat, it's not the end of the world. That is definitely going to put him on the back foot here. It's a point that the point that got away. It's a bonus for Lido. He'll be very happy with that. Next combat is more dreadnoughts here. So there is no free troop here. The dreadnought is retreated before the troop comes in. Here at Carfag. Hundro will go inside the shipping. Baron has got not the best of hands here. He's got in the shadows is really good. He will be surely projecting that out and discarding it for the bump, which is obviously one. Whole projectors and in the shadows really good here. Finds an engineer. That's a little unfortunate. He's found it now. Oh my goodness me! Does Baron Harkonnen go Haga Basin and steal this? Oh, I think he does. Yeah. This is bad news for the Beast here. And now he's going to probably lose this. That is a disaster. So Beast is going to have to get these faction accesses in the end anyways. He's found opponents right away, which is kind of annoying. He's going to struggle to get this 6th coin. Unless he goes smuggling, which feels horrendous. And also pretty face up. Man, now Beast is in trouble here. What do you do? And I know this is maybe put the point, but like if Beast had won Arakeen, he now just goes to Arakeen and gets his own Solari that way and guarantees it and gets his opulence point. Now he has to try and work out where he's getting this from. So you can just see how that one little decision of just not going Mentat has suddenly spiraled out of control. Now he's not only he went on and lost a combat he should have won. He can't get opulence easily here because he can't go to his own city to generate his own Solari to pay for it. Although, to be fair, geez, that's a lie. If he'd have won, he'd only had 1 coin anyway. So I guess that's actually somewhat right. But again, you still see the how things knock on here. So Mentat played, finds his other dagger, which is unlucky. So opulence is probably just going to get played to. He's just going to get played to Elf here. I would suspect for a ton of money. That's actually not the worst thing in the world. Like that at least gets you ready to go Swordmaster, right? It's not terrible. Leo's up here. Leo's got his ring. He's got Guild Ambassador. Guild Ambassador is just going to be getting played for spice as and when. Oh, I would have been tempted to go Tech Negotiation, just take Flagship immediately. But he's going to go and take... he's going to take the shipping first here with the signet. Go smuggling. So he's going to use the bump for smuggling to accelerate with the Emperor. He can only chase Fremen and Bene Gesserit. Either's fine. I'll probably chase Bene Gesserit, I think. I don't think it really matters which way you chase around. Although you could argue go Fremen to get the access to Siege if you ever need it. I would be probably just taking... I think Solari's fine here. You still want to go High Council at some point. I think one more hit of Solari's good. You got loads of resources. So that's not an issue here. I think I'd go Fremen with the ring bump here, just to get access to Siege. Just opens up an extra spot for you, which is always good. I guess in theory is more aggressive, but I don't think you're ever realistically taking this alliance anyway, so... If Baron wants it, Baron can get it. He's got in the shadows. It's going to be hard to compete with that. Looks like Fremen will be the choice here, and is... Dinklinger has Charisma in hand, by the way, so... Guild Ambassador to take flagships, and then he can just straight reveal with Charisma for a Spice plus Flow. Feels pretty good. High Council for Hundro. Interesting. Takes High Council instead of Sword... Oh, he has his Swordmaster. I was about to say. Swordmaster for Baron. Finally gets it. Took a little while for him to get there. Does not find tech access, though. So Ixen Engineer is going to have to wait. I think I would have just taken Spy Satellites and called it a day. Good denial at the very least. And Ixen Engineer just rolls off of me. Now you've got to spin around again. Or hope you get to Imperial Basin. And you can still take it. Beast is going to Carthag here. Finds cannon turrets. I tell you what, he's glad he's got that and no one else does. So he can go with the troops. Again, Beast just trying to muscle over. He's going to probably overdo this a little bit now. Given the last fight, he kind of didn't quite... He obviously went one short. So he's naturally going to probably overcommit a little bit here. So Leto's up. Leto's got to go tech negotiation here. It's such a good spot. Guild Ambassador, take the Spice, take flagships, and then Charisma on your reveal next turn, take Charisma. I think this is the play. It looks like he's going to agree here. You could also go Spy Satellites yourself, but I think flagships is probably looks nicer. You've got a load of Solari. You might not need High Council. You might decide to muscle this. Might get allured by the fact he's got 8 Solari here. He's not taking a tech. What? I was going to say, what are you going to do with the Guild Ambassador? You got 2 spies to take, buddy. You're not taking the bump. Here we go. There we are. He's spotted it now. So flagship surely taken here. Could go Spy Satellites as well, but I think flagship just looks nice. It's a straight point. Thing is, the only problem with Spy Satellites is although you get points in the end game, it doesn't let you close out a game here. And what Leto, I think, wants to do is he wants to just get this game over as quickly as possible. Spy Satellites will not let you do that. So that's going to cost him all of his spies here, by the way. Detonation device turns up, and oh my goodness me, Beast thinks, oh, hello. I'm in business here. So that'll all go. Wow, that is very significant. That's rolled off there. 2 great techs for Beast. Needs some spice, though. So flagship taken for a point to get leader up to 6 here. Hundro is ready with his Arrakis Liaison. What's he doing with that? What is Hundro doing with that? Is he going Siege? I guess he's going Siege with it. He is gathering the water together. I don't hate putting in... I think I would have put in either 2 troops or no troops here. I think 1 is kind of a bit meh. You're not really encouraging Baron to, like, do something about it. Like, something significant. He might be doing something significant anyway. So Baron's got a choice here. He either grabs a tech now with Ixen Engineer to Imperial Basin, or he uses it to throw troops in this combat. But I don't think he should be putting troops. He's got no intrigues. Beast has got to. He's got no backup swords here. So I think we're going to see X-Engineer to base in, and he's probably going to take Spy Satellites, which is going to be really bad news for Beast here. Beast will love that tech. Also has a inherent value to Baron at the moment, by the way, which is kind of insane to say. But at the moment, Baron gets 3 in-game points from Spy Satellites. You get Spy Satellites and Memo Corders. Seems absurd. But I think Baron's just got to take a tech here. You could also go Spaceport. I tell you what, there is actually a case to make for Spaceport. He's got 7 Persuasion. Spaceport gives him the cards on top, which isn't the big deal. He gets him 2 card draw. And it might just be a straight point. But I think if you're going to do that, you should be taking Spy Satellites anyways. Even just for the denial effect. And that is what we're going to see here, surely. So, Spice taken. And surely Spy Satellite's being taken. Oh, he is going to go Spaceport! Oh, holy gosh! Wow, okay then. I continue to be confounded by the players. Fine shifting and convincing, so he is very good for the Spiceless Flow point. How on earth is Beast? I mean, Beast. This is where it's tricky. Beast has got to go. You've got to go Great Flat here. You've got to go Great Flat and just get Spy Satellites. It's so valuable. You've got to do it, right? And he does. I think this is Beast realizing he needs to get Spy Satellites like quickly. He's gonna put more troops in? He doesn't need to. He's fine. He's worried about Leto's flagships. And this is what I said. This is the result of the last combat. The fact that he lost Arcane. He's now kind of overcommitting to try and ward Leto away. It's the psychology of it. So here comes Charisma with the reveal to take the Spiceless Flow. That's going to annoy Beast slightly. Yes, you're not to know. That's 7 points for Leto here, which is really good. Hunjo's going to reveal for 4. Truth Say is not bad and will take it. Surprised he didn't take Smuggler's Fopter, by the way. That's a real surprise. Baron's going to reveal for 11 and take Spiceless Flow. Beast is going to reveal for 5? I made that 5. And I would be taking Smuggler's Fopter. Most likely. Don't see any reason not to. I'm curious to know what you guys are going to make of this game, watching this on here. This has been an interesting one. There's no doubt about that. We've still got a way to go. Like, we've got some distance left. But this has been a... been an interesting game. Been pretty wild. I like it. No way. Baron Harkonnen decides he doesn't want Spiceless Flow. He's going to take Smuggler's Fopter, which is going to give him 7 Persuasion. He takes Sardaukar. Wow. He figures, I'm going to make some use out of Spaceport. Wow. Wow. It's kind of unfortunate for Beast, actually, who should probably just go take Jesuit Sister or Landing Rights, I guess. Wow. Wow. How big is the deck? 13 cards? I actually don't even hate just not buying anything. Yeah, he doesn't. Wow. Just mind blown. Mind blown. So, Beast is going to win this very convincingly. And it's going to be a spice apiece for red and blue. Blue probably regretting that they decided not to put in that second troop. And then Dreadnought assigned to Arakeen here. Oh, he's going to Basin. Wants the spice, I think. And now the rest will sort themselves out. Alright then, so we'll move on here. I do not know any... I have no idea what to expect anymore, by the way. I am just, like, living... I'm just living in what I see here. Cloak and Dagger is the next conflict, by the way. They're just taking their spice. They thought to do so. I don't think this is as valuable as it could have been. Baron would very much like this, though. Beast does not find great access to tech negotiation, but it doesn't matter. So, Baron's going to use his Smuggler's Fopter to get to Insular Shipping and draw 2 cards. I still can't really just take the Spiceless Flow. That is amazing. Finds his dagger in fold space. Oh, man. Beast, you just gotta grab this. I know I've said this a while, but you have to take Spy Satellites here. You gotta take it. It's why you went to Great Flat, right? You didn't just go there to put in 2 troops. Surely you went there for the spice. Oh, Cryo, don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. Please don't do this. You're gonna do this, aren't you? Oh, no. Oh, it's so brutal. I don't get paid enough for this, kids. I really don't. Oh, thank goodness. He's gonna go detonation? Oh, thank goodness. I might have to have ended this commentary if you're not taking Spy Satellites there and gone detonation. I think I said, you guys, I'm just stopping. You're just going to watch this rest of this in silence. Thankfully, Spy Satellites is taken. Beast now in great position here. Lido is going to be very concerned by this and might feel that he's got to start getting involved in combats and doing something about this. But it's a bad combat for him, though. He needs to kind of wait. He's in pro play to get a better hand. Finds his diplomacy card, which is not bad. I'd be happy with that. Lido's got still got to make some distance here. The alliance points available. He'll probably go Mentat for now and rock and roll. And he oh, he's going High Council. He's just going to bag this now. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Hundro will take Mentat instead then, surely. And does. Baron has got, not the hand he was looking for. So Baron has 7 persuasion currently. Which is not enough. He does have all the projectors, and he's got his fold space. So getting hold of the Spicer's Flow here shouldn't be too much of a problem. But he wants to use Signet Ring as well. I think you just holo project out your dagger, and then use fold space to, like, one of these factions. Like, you've got to start hitting these factions up here. You've got distance to go. You've not secured any of the points. You've got to start making distance here. And fold space will be the opener. Probably the secrets, I imagine. Ooh, he's going to go selective breeding. He's going to start trashing cards here. Okay. Okay. I don't think that was necessary right now, but he's going to spend it to do it. He's going to trash his Doom Desert Planet cards. Going to keep the dagger. Most curious. Try and get a better camera for you guys. It's kind of gone out of whack. I do apologize. We'll just come out here. That's fine. I need to set these a little bit better. The thing is, you've got to, like, do it because it's not my board. So you're reliant on the camera settings, the person who's made the board, which is never me. So finds his other dagger, by the way. Baron's just sifting through the carnage here. Did he take 3 cards? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He needs to take 1 more. He's taken 2 for he's taken 2 for smugglers, and he took 2 for that. So he needs another card. So hope I'm right there. I was looking like a complete idiot. Finds his friendly camper anyways. No one else seems to object. So and I think he'd know if he'd not taken one for his fold space as well. So I think we're in good shape here. So how does Beast want to proceed? He gets 1 action. I'll be honest, if I was Beast here, I mean, you don't need factions anymore. You really don't. Oh, he's going to get hold of some spice. He'd have to go Arakeen for it, or Carvag even. He's going to sell some, he's going to buy some spice here on the market. Okay. And he finds a Victor. Oh my goodness. Whoa, that's Highlanders incoming pretty soon here. That's significant. This isn't the best reward for him, though. Like, the bump's not that great. He can protect the Fremen Alliance, I guess. But it's not a great combat for him. He will be first to act next round if he does win the intrigues, though, so that helps. And he will be playing into the victor regardless, so... But yeah, buying the spice I think is really good. This is actually a really, really shrewd use of local fence. Between this and to the victor, like, you're going to get yourself some good stuff. He is concerned of the slide, but I think it's fine. He will need to want... He might also be eyeing up some detonation devices as well. We'll see. Okay, then. So, Arakeen for Lido. He definitely can't do it with Dune Desert Planet, but he can do it with his recon card. So, wrong card out there. Does he want to commit heavily here? I don't think so. I think he put in like 2 troops. I don't know. It's just kind of awkward for Lido here. Lido's got to work out... What Lido's got to do is he's got to identify where's he picking up his last 3 points. He's getting surely 1 with the Bene Gesserit before it's all said and done. He probably needs to find his way to the Emperor Alliance, which I'd be hitting with diplomacy. And then he's got to find a spice must flow. You would imagine that's probably where Lido's going to get these last point from. You would imagine. So Hunter's going research station. Is Hunter going to contest for this? With the spacing. With the shipping here. He's got 2 actions to go. And Beast is out of actions here. Oh, he finds his power play card, by the way. Hello. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Hundred Muratani. Oh, he can't. No, he can't. I was going to say, could he steal the Emperor Alliance here? Not without the Emperor doing something about it, but he's going to steal the Throne Alliance. Oh no. Oh, this is a disaster for the Beast. Horror turn. Horror turn here for the Beast. This is catastrophic. And Beast, unfortunately, paying for the fact he does not have agent actions in hand here. This is terrible news. Baron's going to find his way to smuggling here. Surely takes the bump with the Emperor. I think are you going to visit the throne again? I guess. I mean, it's what you got to think about it. Or do you rush the Bene Gesserit Alliance? Or we go Emperor. All are valid. He's going to take the throwing point and just put it in the bag. I don't hate it. No, he's going to decline here. He's going to go Emperor here. Yeah, I think this probably is better. You don't even there too often. Taking the spice. Paying for the intrigue. Finds Poison Snooper. That'll be of use maybe later on to get another spice must flow here. I think Duke Lido might well win this game because of this crippling blow against the Beast here. And there's nothing he can do about it. It's really horrendous with spice. If you get spice satellites, you need to be taking an alliance. Just getting 3 bumps out of it isn't really enough. So, bad news for Beast here. Is what it is. So, 5 to buy. I don't think he's going to buy. He's going to sit with the deck as he's got, and I don't hate it. Might take Sister just for the swords. I don't hate that, and does. Lido is going to... He's got actions to go here. Lido's got to be hitting wealth here. Lido's got to be making a push the Emperor Alliance. I think that's got to be the play, right? And it also helps fund your flagships later on. Oh, he's going secrets. I mean, having an intrigue otherwise is good. Finds blackmail. Oh, it's not great a card, though, for you. How are you going to spend that without losing a faction point? That's the problem. Here comes the steal. Horrible news for the Beast here. Terrible, terrible news. And I wouldn't even be surprised to see Hundro go Hardy Warriors after this and just lock this up. I wouldn't be totally stunned. So, that is bad. Cannon Turret is not going to be enough here. So, Beast loses this combat as well. This isn't a big of a disaster to lose this combat, but it is a disaster that he has lost his alliance. That is a catastrophe. He's a bit unlucky. that Hondro found it, like, via there. That was far from guaranteed. So, Beast is a little unlucky. But, yeah, real bad times here. Hondro making good headwinds. Hondro's going to look to be, like, he could well be the main challenge to Leto here. Depends on this next combat. This next combat is going to be very important. Beast decided to not cycle out his dagger, but his recon card. I don't know why he did that, but sure. He does have enough... oh, he's putting in troops with Sardaukar. That's why he's doing it. Okay, 6 Engineer is getting trashed, so that's a point. Is he really going to put these in here? He's going to put in 1 and have, like, 5 strength? Oh, he's going to get in front of Leto. That's what's going on here. He's trying to snag an intrigue away. There's the Spiceless Flow, so that's up to 6. He's got a couple of other Persuasion in hand if he wants one. I don't think he will. He is deploying. Wow. Horrible times this for the Beast here. Beast might well use cannon turrets to get ahead of Baron, though. And I actually wouldn't hate that. Just cycle out that intrigue for a better one. I actually think that's a good idea. And I think we will see that from Beast. It's not a total disaster. Leader's going to reveal for 6. Would I take anything here? Landing rights, I guess you could. It's a 2 persuasion card. You want to be looking to buy Spiceless Flow, so I think that's fine. I don't know if I'd go Liaison as well, but opts to do so. And then a free Diplomacy to Wealth here for Hondro. So Hondro here, making a late dash here. Hondro's going to be dangerous coming into the late game here. He's going to buy Spiceless Flow. He's going to win the combat. This is a great turn for koekto. A fantastic turn for him here. Baron's going to pass. Beast should use cannon turrets and recycle this intrigue. He really should. Cannon turrets is not doing a lot for you here. Change it out for something better. He's thinking about it, but I think it's the only play. You've got to do it. If you find ambush, you find private army. Maybe you find finesse or bribery. You find finesse or, like, the Fremen bump, and you find a way to get to the faction. That's a monster save of the Alliance, but decides against it. It's going to keep cannon turrets. Don't like it. Double cross an expedite for Hondro. Oh, and there's finesse! He can't have that. No, there is no Alliance. It's, they're tied. They only get... oh, they do get it. Sorry. They do get it. My apologies. But there you go. Look at that. Finesse is... yeah, it's a choice here. Finesse would have gone to the Beast. Because Beast would have had second spot and would have picked that up in order. If he finds Fremen access now, if he redraws Diplomacy, this is going to be brutal. I almost hope for the Beast's sake he doesn't find Diplomacy here. I really hope. Oh! Wow. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? Wow. That is absolutely brutal. I'm like in mourning here. I really am. Crow has no idea at this time of playing. But if he watches this back, if you watch this, Crow, I mean, that is absolutely savage. Wow. That is brutal. He takes back his... oh, no, he wouldn't have taken back the Alliance, though. Hondro actually locked it up, so it's not a total disaster. I didn't spot that. But still... Yeah. He was unlucky. Like, again, Hondro... If Hondro doesn't find power play, He has a defense against that. Power play, finding as 100 fine power play has cost him that alliance. He doesn't find it. He probably finds a way to secure it. All right, then. So let's move on into the tier 3s. So first up is the Battle of Arakeen. So there should be a troop for yellow here in there for free. These haven't always been registering for some reason on the board. Don't know why that is, but he does get a free troop. He does have control of Arakeen. So, Beast needs to win this combat. Beast needs to win the next combat. He needs to get Grand Conspiracy online. And he needs to hope that Lido doesn't end the game. Or that Hundro doesn't end the game. But Beast needs... This game needs to go for 2 rounds. And Beast needs to secure 4 victory points from it, basically. Minimum. And the work begins. So Highline is being prepped here. Now, the question is... Does the Beast have another way of getting hold of Highliner? Or is it just diplomacy? He would know. I would actually go as far as saying, if Beast does not have a way of... he needs to use Bypass Bar and free up his hand. He cannot let this stay as way he is. Just buy a random card, put it on the side. It doesn't matter what it is. Take Sardaukar or something. It doesn't really matter. But what Beast needs to do, if this is his only way to get to Highliner is this card, he needs to go and use Highliner this turn. And get his troops garrisoned up. That's what he needs to do here. Lido is going to go ahead to Mentat. Get it for cheap. Get a couple of spice. Nice stuff here for Lido. Obviously, looking to get hold of Spice's Flow. That's not going to help him. He only has 9 Persuasion Steel. That's an unlucky draw. Out of 10 cards, that's a horrible find. Hundro is up here. Hundro's got Expedite, and he has interstellar shipping access. But, oh no, he doesn't have interstellar. He doesn't have a way of getting there. Can you believe it? Wow. A double cross is going to do... This is a real problem for the Beast here. It's all gone horribly wrong here. He's going to draw 2 is this. And then he can Truthsayer a card out. He'll probably Truthsayer out the dagger, I would imagine, for another card, which he does. Is 100 Moritani favorite in this game? Maybe. Maybe. Lido's going to be able to get a point, though, with the Ben and Gesserit chasing with the Signet Ring. So that's nice. Baron is up. Baron needs to probably take away Fold Space here. Hollow Project out in the shadows for the bump here. And we'll do so. Shifting Allegiance is in hand here. Diplomacy is also in hand. So lots of choices here. He needs to secure this alliance, really, right? Power play is now gone. So I think it's a lot safer to shift away from spacing and use that to, like, get a point somewhere. I think that's a lot safer now. If you want to be really, really fancy, you could go to Wealth and then shifting allegiances to, like, Imperial Base if it's still there. Shift away from spacing to take the... He's just obviously going to go instead of shipping here. But you could also then go take 2 more bumps. You would just about get the Emperor Alliance to get 2 troops in. And then you would finesse down and up to get 2 more troops and whack them in. Now, I'm not saying that's of any real use here, but it's a thing he could do. He's going to just take the Emperor... I think he's just going to take the Alliance here. I think that's fine. He's trying to... You need to zoom in a little bit there. No, he's gonna do this. So he's got half a mind on memo quarters here, and he's not get totally distracted by it though. So he's gonna take the point. Poison will be played. I'm gonna draw a card here. It is his Sardaukar Legion. He will not be trashing that. No need. There's no reason to trash cards right at this point here. Once you get towards the back end, Poison Libis is basically just draw your top card, and you're almost never trashing it. Beast Raban. Beast Raban needs to commit troops, and he needs to commit them now. It's got to be Highliner, right? I think you've got a Highliner. And just have a load of troops garrisoned, and hope that no one decides to do anything too crazy. You've got to win this combat. If you don't win this combat, your game is over. It's as simple as that. Unless you have another way of getting to Highliner in your hand. But I don't think you do. I don't believe he does. I can't look at his hand. Let's have a little look here. You won't be able to see us too well. Of course, he's got Gurney Halleck. But this is the... Yeah, diplomacy is his only way he gets the Highliner. What else are you going to do here? Oh, he might be looking to buy detonation devices. Is what Beast is thinking here. But Beast then has to actually win the combat, which is very difficult to do. Surely, if you go detonation devices, someone is, like Leto is going to feel compelled to get stuck in here, right? He's got flagships as well. You can't go detonation devices here. It's way too risky. I mean, obviously, you'd love to... Getting 2 points is fantastic. Getting 3 points is even more. But by trying to get 3, you risk getting 0. And if you get 0, that's it. Your game is over. You've got to... I think you just got to shrug the victory here. Whoa, he's going to just mine it and base in. And just put in more troops. I guess, but you've got to put both of them in. Interesting. Why all the spice? Interesting. Siege taken by Doolito. Siege taken by Doolito. Oh no. How does he not go Arakeen here to redraw to get a Spice Must Flow, and then you just blackmail and win the game, right? You just blackmail away from Bene Gesserit if you need to, or whatever. How's he go? Why does he go Siege and not Arakeen? I'm astonished by that decision. I really am. Hunter goes Secrets, finds Recruitment Mission. That will help him get a Spice Must Flow, I think. 6. No, he's short. He is 1 short. Oh, no, he's high count, so he's fine. I have no idea why Leo went Siege and not to Arakeen. I am astonished by that decision. I don't get it. I do not understand that. I guess he's not interested in buying Spice Must Flow. But what's he doing with the water? Is he going Charney to Steel Suits and then Research Station? It seems kind of really out there. I just don't see what else you're using the water for here. I'm really confused. Back to the Baron anyway. So Baron is still in this game, by the way. Steel Suits is going to be the play. Get the point. He's going to use Sardaukar on Wealth if he can to get that point. It's going to get him to 9. But he's not yet able to get hold of Memo Quarters. He needs 1 more round and he can get Memo Quarters online. Beast has to reveal for 6. Is Liddy just going... Is he going Hardy Warriors? That was why he went in the water. He's going Hardy Warriors. And then he's going to blackmail using the faction influence. And Duke Leto is going to win this game. That was what was going on here. I guess it's the way to do it. Don't worry about buying spice stuff. Just win the combat and call it a day. So Beast here has been a victim of the fact he just has had no actions, and he's had people buying Mentat before he could even act. Or he's not been going Mentat, and then someone else has, and he's just had too many actions against him. He's not had enough time to put in enough troops to really do much of anything here. And that's just the truth of the matter, so... It's been a shame. It's been kind of unfortunate for Hundro here. Hundro was in a really good spot to actually look to try and take this win here, but Lido is going to hold on. Baron Harkonnen has to just take this Emperor Alliance. He's got to think the game is quite possibly over now, and you've just got to go Sardaukar Legion and just take... And you don't actually have to. There's no way you can get hold of... there's no way you can get Memo Cores online. It's not on, so... But I mean, you can just finesse away, so you might as well do something. There is the funny thing is, for Baron Harkonnen, there is literally nothing he can do. He can't get Spiceman's Flow. Him going to 12 doesn't really make a bit of difference, because no one else is going there. And he can just finesse away from spacing to get it anyways. He might as well just go well for their resources, and it maybe, in theory, stops someone else going there, so it just gets it done. It's basically better off doing it than not doing it. So it's going to come down to tiebreakers, I think, possibly here, between Hundro and... yeah, between Hundro and Baron here. They're going to be tied at 9 apiece. And their resources are almost identical, which is insane. But Hundro... So, Hundro, I think, it might be about to win this on Solari. Which is insane. Lido puts in more troops. He doesn't need it. So, it's down to intrigues, basically, if they happen to find something to give him endpoints. But I think Hundro is going to win this on Solari tiebreaker. Which is kind of nuts. I don't think there's any way Baron had to put in extra troops either to get any extra spice. I don't think there's any way he could have done so. You can't, like, go to a X negotiator, make that, and then say, oh, that's a spice. That's not how that works. He's going to double-cross here. He has to double-cross yellow, right? He does have to double-cross yellow, but it's not going to make any, he's not going to make any difference. Beast can tie with cannon turrets, but Lido has the blackmail. It's going to be good here. I feel kind of sorry for Cryo in a way. Cryo's like, it had a really promising start, but unfortunately, I think kind of misplayed it a little bit in the mid-game, and got taken advantage of, which was really brutal to see. Not having that Swordmaster has absolutely been crucial in this mid-game. It has absolutely been savage against Beast here. Really brutal. Baron's just buying some cards in the off chance that the game doesn't end, but the game will end here. There are worlds that maybe it ties. And funny enough, if Leo didn't actually have a Splatman, had something else, like, Beast does tie this combat. Which is nuts. But it's not going to be the case. Leader buying just in case something crazy happens, but he knows he's good here. He should be good. So, Duke Leader's going to win this. Cannon Turrets is played. Blackmail, the Fremen will win the game. There it is. Leader wins. Hundro is probably coming second on Solari tiebreak here. But there are intrigues to be played here. And I'll tell you, there are resources to be taken. Maybe they find something useful, call the market for... Wow, that's actually really brutal. If Hundro finds it, that's... Oh, that's brutal. That's actually 2 victory points for Hundro the other way around, by the way. Oh my god, would that have won the game? Holy hell! I think it would have done. Wow. There's been a lot of craziness with flags here, by the way. So 3 points for the Beast here. For spy satellites. Let's go have a chat with the players. This was carnage, by the way.
Yeah, that was carnage. Well, like, first of all, like I had so many mistakes. I will review the video and show it to my friends.
Yeah.
No,
So
you will see.
you were in...
There are some stuff which you do not forget at any time. Like you cannot forget about your technologies. But secondly, you can't forget, like when you are struggling for a winning points, you probably should prioritize detonation devices over spy satellites.
I think spy satellites, I would have taken that all day. I think this was totally the right pick.
Yeah, well, at that point, at that moment, that was 3 points just outright there.
Yeah.
For Beast, I believe it's one of the best decks, probably.
Especially with Gurney. Like, turn 1 Gurney Halleck pickup was huge. What you were unlucky because is the Arakeen loss early was pretty brutal. And then you were also kind of unlucky to lose. Yeah,
the alliance which I lost because of lost combat on the previous round. That was what
it all knocked on from there, which was the problem. So
I was thinking not. Well, like actually, I should have got first. Well, like I was trying to get spy satellites first because I thought that no one would take detonation devices since no one has satellites and no one is going to deny me. Just waste spice on that.
Yeah, I do.
But on the last turn, I just made like very stupid error.
Yeah, I think this is the case was as well that you just got.
I should have go to the
Highliner.
To the Highliner, yeah, absolutely, by all means, because like when I realized they have only 1 agent left and Alito has 3 agents, you can just throw the meat at me.
Yeah, that was the problem, and that's what happened with Arakeen.
And that's what happened. Yeah, exactly.
With Arakeen, if you go Mentat, like Leto probably doesn't throw in for the Arakeen fight because you've got defenses, but because you're out of actions, it encourages him to get involved, which is exactly what happened. So it was. I mean, that was the lesson.
Not very experienced when playing with combat leaders.
Yeah. So it's like, even though like Mentat doesn't sound good, it's just the fact you have that agent action is its own defense, and it wards people off from getting involved in. So.
That's correct.
You know, but that's one of those things you learn it. But because like turn 3, you were looking really, really nice. But sometimes it just kind of gets away. So
the morning was sunny. Unfortunately, the evening was not.
Yeah, sadly so. Sadly so.
Well, that was interesting.
Yeah, it's a good spin though, nonetheless. I think at the very least, it's one of those ones where. Like, I think for people watching this video, I think it's be fairly informative of like the risks that you sort of involve sometimes. And again, the fact that there was no Sword Master and just shows how horrendous that can be sometimes at the end game when you just have to reveal early and then everyone else just keeps throwing in on top of you and there's no defense. So it is what it is. But it's a good game nonetheless. Otherwise, you know, I think Hunter's done well to get 2nd place here. Lido just about held on. You know, there was a lot of choices people could have made differently, I guess. But I think on the whole, I think everyone played, you know, kind of what it did. It was a good game. It was a good game. So that is going to do it here for our game today. Yeah, I think most of it's been really said here. I was unfortunate with Cryo. Cryo realized what he got wrong. You know, especially in a tournament setting, I think you're probably better off edging on the side of caution, overcommitting a lot. But yeah, it just showed that just those little mini decisions that you make sometimes that seem kind of innocuous at the time can really snowball as time goes, you know, and it just causes all these little issues later on and these problems that you would not encounter otherwise. And it just really goes to show how that can spiral out. So, yeah, I think this will be very interesting to watch regardless. And maybe folks that are not so familiar with the game might be able to learn bits and pieces from this one. Yeah, Cryo will do better. I'm very sure of that. He'll remember this game for a while and will remember that if he goes down this route again to, you know, avoid those similar situations, I think he'll do just fine. Regardless, thank you all for watching. As per always, we will see you in the next conflict.